Good evening, everybody. Shakira Ali here in Trenton, New Jersey. And the thought, this is, I think it's day 14 for me in my Come Up series. And the thought for today is Happy Father's Day. I really just wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of fathers in the role in the life of any woman, the life of any girl. I was, as I think I shared with you yesterday, that I had a great reunion with two of my college friends, and one of the things we were talking about was fathers, fathers in our lives, and the men that we married, their role in the lives of our children, and I was thinking about my own father story, so to speak, and of which I have two, because my mother married a second time, and so I have a father story and I have a stepfather story. Turns out that my mother liked men in uniform. Both of the men she married were in the U.S. Army, so I have a fond appreciation for military men. And my own father was an alcoholic. Very kind of happy-go-lucky kind of guy. He was a military police officer, and I never saw him. He was always away. I actually think that the day that I was born, he was trying to drive from Texas, where he's from, to New Jersey to be with my mom for my birth. I don't actually know if he made it or not, but I hardly ever saw my dad. In fact, we lived in West Germany for a little while. He was stationed in Germany, and we went over there to live with him. And I think I probably saw him more in the course of that year and a half than I ever saw him in my own life. And he passed away when I was 13 years old. And even when we were in Germany, I don't remember seeing much of him. My stepfather, on the other hand, was stationed in Fort Dix, New Jersey, and so he pretty much went to work every day and came home like a normal job. I mean, he was not stationed overseas at any point in time between the time that he married my mother and the time that he passed away. He kind of lived at home. We had kind of a rocky relationship because, unlike my father, my stepfather was a sergeant major. And if you know anything about military, the sergeant major, even the colonels call them top, because they kind of are in control of I don't know the ranks, so forgive me, but he's kind of in control of all the enlisted men, the fighting men, and he kind of ran his household like that too. So we had kind of a rocky time, but we did come to kind of a peaceful relationship later in both of our lives. I was probably in my late 30s, early 40s when I finally kind of reconciled with him. We reconciled with each other in terms of our relationship. Gratefully so. I mean, he was a good man. Don't get me wrong. He was a very good man. He was very good to my mother, and my mother, who was the mother of two girls, me and my sister. And so I say that to say that my relationship with my stepfather was one that showed me how a man should be responsible. I understood from him how a man should be responsible. But I think I kind of had also a kind of a pattern in my head that said that if men were absent, it was kind of no big deal. So I think that's colored the way in which I have viewed men in my life. I've had two marriages that ended in divorce, and I mean, it took some doing, and in order for me to come to an understanding of how to have a really healthy relationship with a man. And Um, I think because of my relationship with my father and my stepfather and my mother, I really kind of took on a very strong personality, very independent personality. Um, I'm not one to kind of ask permission, so to speak, to do anything. And sometimes that's not good in a relationship. Sometimes in a relationship, you need to. I don't mean, like ask for permission, like as though you are giving your power and your own authority over to someone else. I mean, just conferring with your partner in what it is you're going to do. That was not something that I was accustomed to doing, and it took some understanding on my part and some learning on my part to get there. And I say all of that to say that the role that you as a man, as a father, have in the life of your daughter is one that you will never understand and fully appreciate unless and until you can see the impact that you have on the way that your daughter will make decisions for the rest of her life about her relationships with men. Um, in the conversation that I had with my girlfriends yesterday, one of them was saying how when she was a little girl, she remembered that her father would push her in a swing. And she liked to go so high in the swing until the chains were level with the top bar. So she was literally um, uh, parallel with the ground. And she said at any moment she would fly off and, just fly off into her father's arms. Which of course would scare her mother to death. I mean, I could picture myself in that situation. I would be scared to death. But her father explained to her mother finally that she said, it doesn't matter when she flies off. It doesn't matter because she knows that I'm there to catch her. And what I understand about that is that created in her, my girlfriend, a confidence and just a confidence in herself, in her abilities, and in her understanding of her own limits, that is unbreakable. It is unbreakable confidence. And she, in selecting a husband, in selecting a man, she selected someone who she could sense would be there to catch her in the event that something major would befall her or befall them. And this is a skill, kind of an instinct, I think, that women develop with in the presence of a strong father figure. And there are so many young women, so many girls these days who don't have that. They don't have that strong relationship in their lives. And so I say to you men out there who are serving as really good role models and fathers in the lives of your biological daughters or in the lives of other young women, I salute you and I appreciate you. I think it goes unstated how it doesn't need to be stated how important a man is in the life of another young man, a son. But often we don't think about how important fathers are to daughters. So with that, I just want to wish you a very, very, very happy Father's Day. Thank you for being there for the women in your life. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.